Hello, everyone. It's time for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 402, season 17. Today's date is January 12, 2024, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I will read off a menu from a very famous Italian restaurant that was located in Chicago. It was the Como Inn. I've never been there, but a lot of people have, and it was awesome. Fantastic. So that would be fun. And the second part of this show, I will talk about my memories of a singer. Her name was Anita Bryant. And she used to do those commercials for Florida orange juice. And she died last month. So I'm going to talk about her biography. And I'm going to talk about my memories of watching her on TV in Chicago. So this will be very interesting. So right now, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Hungry Jack Biscuits. And this is a commercial from 1976. I remember this commercial very well. So sit back, relax, and I'll be right back with the show, folks. Thank you.
Hungry? Hungry Jack! Outside with them boots, boy. Track it up my floor. He'll come running back when he smells these big Hungry Jack flaky biscuits of bacon. Well, they're so big and hot and delicious. Just look at all those layers. They'll bring them walking, talking appetites a running.
Them biscuits I smell, Mom?
That's my Hungry Jack. Bet you got one, too.
Hungry Jack. They gobble them down and the plate comes back for Hungry Jack.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Hungry Jack Biscuits. They're from Pillsbury. I remember this commercial very well. I love biscuits. The woman that is speaking in the commercial is none other than actress Fran Ryan. She was in a lot of TV, movies. I remember from the Brady Bunch. She's the one, she wanted to buy the house from the Bradys, and then they tried to make it haunted. It was funny. And she also played Doris Ziffel, Mr. Ziffel's wife. She was the second one. She took over. And Doris Day Show. She was in a lot of stuff. She's a good actress. As for Hungry Jack, my mom bought these when I was little, and they were pretty good like that. They don't make them anymore. Right now they make Grand biscuits. They changed that. But I remember the commercials where they showed this giant, maybe her son, in the commercial. And she's yelling, "Hungry! Hungry Jack." So when you remember wacky packages? I used to collect them in the 70s. They had a wacky package for Hungry Jerk. Also, I think it was that. Also, Hungry Jerk pancakes. So they made pancakes, too. I don't think they make them anymore. So if you love biscuits, there are other kinds. To tell you the truth, my favorite biscuits are Popeyes. Oh, delicious. Buttermilk. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to read off a menu from the Como Inn Italian restaurant that was located in Chicago. Excuse me, I still have a cold. A little bit. Also, I'll talk about my memories of watching Anita Bryant on TV. She did lots of commercials, television appearances. We'll talk about her biography. Before I get started, I'll tell you one thing about my health. Tuesday is my second chemo treatment. I have to be there by 8:30 in the morning. We'll see how that goes. I had a bad cold last week. It's almost gone, about 97%. I'm tired once in a while, but not that bad. Not that bad. I haven't lost my taste in food, thank God. But last Monday, I was taking a shower and I noticed some hair falling out. Uh-oh. So, and then the Tuesday morning, I noticed my pillow and there's like little strands of hair. So, you know what that means? My hair was starting to fall out because of the chemo. So I asked my little brother, can you please take me to a barber? You know, I usually go to a place to get my cut of hair, but can I go to your barber? He says, yeah. Got in the car, we drove, and I explained to the barber, very nice man, very Italian man. I love it. And I asked him, can you please give me a real quick crew cut because I have chemo? And he said, oh, yeah, of course. And he felt bad for me, but he did it. And now I posted the photos of me being bald, so I couldn't take the chance. Now, when I go Tuesday, I'm going to ask him, is the rest of the hair going to fall out? Because there's like little, I'm not completely, I don't have hair, really, just like that. So we'll see what happens. From what I've heard from some people, the second round of chemo or the third is a little rough. I hope it isn't. So I don't have to worry about losing my hair or fatigue. I'm going to start taking the anti-nauseum pills tomorrow to prevent that. Probably not at night because I had a bit of nausea last week. And nausea, that is, and I took the pill, gone. It was fine. Also, if you saw yesterday, I went out to lunch with my friend. We went to Greek Islands. That was great. He told me, and a lot of people have, you got to keep yourself active. You got to keep yourself busy. Go out with people, talk to them like that. Don't sit around. And that's what I did. And it was wonderful. It really was. It felt good. And I'm going out to dinner with my friends at the end of the month. Looking forward to that. Just keep yourself active. Just keep yourself active. That's what I'm doing. Next weekend, I will go somewhere. I think people know where I'm going. So I'll fill you in on maybe Tuesday. I'll explain. It's my first time. Looking forward to it. What did I get myself into? No, it'll be great. It'll be fine. Okay. Right now, we're going to talk about the Como Inn restaurant that was located at 546 North Milwaukee Avenue. That's by Grand Avenue. That place was opened in 1924, and it was opened by an Italian immigrant. His name was Giuseppe Marchetti. And he founded the restaurant, and then, his sons took over, and it has been a local institution in Chicago for many, many years, and it closed about early 2000s, I think. That could be wrong, maybe. Anyway, so like I said before, I never been to this place. I wish I did. I wish I went there. A lot of people went there, before going to the Chicago Stadium or the United Center to see the Chicago Bulls or the Chicago Blackhawks, or maybe going to Wrigley Field or Rate Field now. They call it for the White Sox Guarantee Field. To me, it's Comiskey Park. It's always been like that. We should just leave it alone. Anyway, so they said it was a great stop, before you go attend a game or even go out to dinner or take a date. The food was excellent. And I found a menu. I don't know what year it's from, so it looks very cheap. So it's probably the 40s or 50s or something like that. So I'm going to read off the menu. It'll be kind of fun. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Let's get the first one. Well, actually, I'll read the second part. This one is... It was just a bar, they have wine, all kinds of wine like that. They had beer. Let me read off the beer with, mixed drinks like whiskey sour, gin fizz, silver fizz, golden fizz, a lot of fizzes like that. And let's see. Get that out of here. So they had like cocktails and pink ladies. So beer, this is what they had on the beer. This is kind of funny. Here's the list of beers they had during that time. excuse me. They had Blatz beer, Blatz dark brew, Budweiser, Drury's ale, remember Drury's, Ballantine ale, Schlitz, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Miller High Life, Keeley Half and Half, I don't know what that is, Heineken, and Van Merit. The only thing missing is Meisterbrau and Old Style. They don't have that. And they had from the wine cellars, all kinds of wine and, mostly aperitifs, after dinner drinks like that. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So that was fine. Okay. Now we'll go to the menu. Okay, just a moment. I'll get it right now. Here we go. Oh, I hate this. Excuse me, I'm using a laptop and it's a little hard to maneuver. Okay, here we go. There we are. Okay, so this will be fun. So on top it says they have soups, sandwiches, potatoes, vegetables, eggs, omelets, salads, cheese, and desserts. Now, they're soups. Let's see what we got here. Not used to that. They had minestrone. They had a special called Special Minestrone alla Como. And it's underneath it's in parentheses, the soup the whole world talks about. That's great. They also had chicken broth with pastina, clear consomme in a cup. That's like French. Sounds French. Like a chicken broth, egg drops, and onion soup au gratin. Oh, that sounds good. Now, for sandwiches, they had chicken or turkey sandwich, a Como in club sandwich. So I'm assuming it's probably ham and turkey, probably Italian style. Fresh homemade Italian hot sausage sandwich, or you can have it a regular bread or French bread with tomato sauce. Sounds good. American cheese melted with toast with sliced tomato. Roast beef, ham, and cheese sandwich. I don't know what kind of cheese they had. I have no idea. Now for potatoes, they had all kinds. They had shoestring, French fried, American fried, lyonnaise. Ooh, I like the hash browns, cottage fried, and au gratin. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Vegetables, that's like side dishes, green peas with butter, string beans with olive oil or butter, whatever you like. Asparagus tips on toast. Never had it on toast. Stewed tomatoes. They also have breakfast items, ham or bacon or eggs, Spanish or spinach omelet, fresh mushroom omelet, just a plain omelet. You get 3 eggs, ham or Parmesan cheese omelet. That sounds good. For salads, they had Italian salad bowl with imported olive oil and wine vinegar. And this costs like 75 cents, but if you order for 2, it's $1.50. That's how the price was. They also had a combination salad with French dressing, head lettuce with French dressing, lettuce and tomatoes, French dressing. That's probably the only dressing they got. Tomatoes stuffed with chicken salad and chicken salad. I love chicken salad. Cheese, they had, you could serve with toasted crackers, Roquefort, or Camembert, or Liedenkranz. I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, we'll get to the desserts later. Right now, we're going to go to a la carte. We're going to go to the main courses. They had antipasto. They had that. Also, a fresh jumbo shrimp cocktail with snappy sauce. I don't know what snappy sauce is. A fruit cocktail and tomato juice. You can have that. They have broiled steak. Prime. Okay. Now, the chef's special, they had broiled filet mignon with mushroom sauce, broiled special beef tenderloin with button mushrooms, broiled or fried half chicken, or broiled lamb chops. You get 2 lamb chops, broiled pork chops with applesauce. Peter Brady, pork chops and applesauce. It's hilarious. Cream chicken with fresh mushrooms on toast or served with potatoes. Calf liver saute with bacon or onions. I like liver, but I don't know. This sounds interesting. And that was served with French fry and vegetables. Fresh chicken livers saute with fresh mushrooms on toast with potatoes. Scrambled eggs, diced ham or bacon. Let's see. Hot turkey sandwich, French fried potatoes or with brown gravy. Broiled beef tenderloin steak sandwich. Chopped filet mignon sandwich. Barbecue beef sandwich. It was a barbecue beef sandwich on French bread or hot beef sandwich, whatever sandwich you like. Barbecue spare ribs, shoestring potatoes and salad. They also have broiled lobster or with a la diavolo with drawn butter. They also have fish. Broiled fresh lake trout, jumbo frog legs a la como, served with butter and parsley. French fried jumbo strips a la como, served with vegetables or potatoes. They also have an Italian salad bowl imported with anchovies, pure olive oil, and wine and vinegar dressing. That's served one to cost 75 cents and served for $2.50. Now, this menu, I think it's a breakfast menu. That's what it sounds like to me. It could be, because I don't see any, like, for example, Italian dishes like lasagna, manicotti, or veal parmesan, which I love, and chicken parmesan. And I guess not. So I guess this is maybe a lunch menu? Could be. Now, we'll get to the desserts. They had pie. It cost 20 cents per slice with cheese. People like cheese on pie. I think it's an Eastern thing. They have pie a la mode, so it's served with either vanilla ice cream or chocolate. I'm going to drink some water. And we have sherbet. Oh, I love sherbet. Lime or orange, fruit jello. They had spumoni ice cream. I like that. Como in rum cake, tortini, and cannoli. Yeah. Also, the beverages they had: coffee, tea, milk, cocoa, buttermilk, and Coca-Cola. Okay, that sounds delicious. I'd like to find a dinner menu, hopefully, and see. You can read off that. But that's the only menu I can find for the moment. So this will do. Okay. All right. Right now, I'm going to talk about Anita Bryant. Before I do, I'm going to play a commercial, and I'll explain the commercial. She was a spokesperson for the Florida Orange Juice Corporation or something like that. Let me look it up real quickly. She was with the Florida Citrus Commission, and she was there for many, many years. She was there from 1969 to 1980, down in Florida, and so I remember these commercials when they were aired in the 1970s. They were on all the time, during the day, at night, and she was there all perky and, all in a glass of orange juice. I like orange juice, but I don't go nuts about it. But she made it like that, and then it really it made her very popular, and it made orange juice very, very popular as well. Okay. Right now, I'm going to play a commercial that features Anita Bryant, and this is from 1978. I remember this one very well. She's on I don't know what's that called, like a kind of boat or something. I forgot what they're called, because I haven't been to Florida, and she's like, it looks like she's riding through the Everglades. So here's Anita Bryant for the Florida Citrus Orange Juice commercial from 1978. And when I come back, I'll talk about her biography and my memories of watching her on TV. Okay, so sit back and relax, and I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
I'm aboard a thrilling airboat, arriving at one of Florida's fabulous resorts. where people from everywhere are telling us orange juice from Florida isn't just for breakfast anymore.
When my grandchildren ask for juice, they mean only orange juice.
Nothing's added to the natural goodness of real orange juice. It's always 100% pure.
I often drink a glass of orange juice before going to bed.
I make a half a gallon for breakfast, and by the middle of the day, it's gone.
Orange juice from Florida. It isn't just for breakfast anymore.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Florida orange juice featuring Anita Bryant from 1978. And she's on the airboat. That's what she says. And, they say in Florida orange juice, it's not for breakfast anymore. That's true. I drink sometimes orange juice, when I'm in a mood. I drink a few times during my cold, so that's good for you. I like orange juice. I really do. They're different kinds. So, like I said, this commercial, she did a lot of commercials from like the early 70s, all through the 70s and mostly that decade. So I'm going to talk about her biography and mention a few things, what she was doing during that time. So Anita Jane Bryant was born March 25th, 1940. She was an American singer, and she had some hits in the early 1960s. I don't know which hits she had. I think one was Paper Roses. I think that's a song where Marie Osmond did in the 70s. Maybe I'll download some songs, from her. She was a 1958 Miss Oklahoma Beauty Pageant winner, and then she became the brand ambassador for the Florida Citrus Commission from 1969 to 1980. Yeah, so she did that. So I saw her on TV shows, like variety shows, and let's see, she probably was on the Dinah Shore show, like talk shows like that. So I remember her singing. She wasn't a bad singer. She sang pretty well like that. And let's see. So let's see what else she did. So there was a song called Till There Was You that hit number 30 on the pop charts. So, yeah, she sang Paper Roses, that Marie Osmond did that. Before she did orange juice commercials, she did commercials for Coca-Cola. She did that. Maybe she found orange juice much healthier. Excuse me. Oh, it's so funny. So, like when she was singing, she was also singing in the commercials, for the Florida Citrus commercials. She was, "Come to the Florida Sunshine Tree." So she also appeared in other commercials as well for Kraft Foods, Holiday Inn, Tupperware. And in the 1970s, she appeared with a animated bird, from Disney. It was called the Orange Bird. It was like a Disney character. She also sang with the bird like that. Also, she was a very religious person, and she sang in the Super Bowl in 1971. This is number 5. She sang the Battle Hymn of the Republic. So, she was great demand like that. And I wasn't going to mention this, but this is what she was infamous for. She was anti-homosexual, and she was led a crusade to save the children and all that like that. And a lot of people, not just homosexuals, they were angry at her. It were a lot of people, because I think she overdid it. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but she did that. Now, if you remember, this happened in October 1977, where she was having a television interview, and she was talking about this. And then all of a sudden, this man approaches her and hits her in the face with a pie. And I saw that. I saw the news report. I think it was like NBC or Channel 5 that happened. And I was in high school at the time, and I was talking to a friend of mine. Then he goes, and he asked me, "Did you see that?" I go, "Yeah." And it seemed like the whole class was talking about this. So I hate to say that, but I think that's what she's famous for now, that she got hit by a pie by a young man who was gay, didn't approve her, her views or her opinions like that. So, bam. And she didn't want her and her, I don't know, her representative didn't want the man being thrown out, but they had a little argument, and then he just left. I don't remember if he left on his own. You can watch this clip on YouTube. It is there, and you'll see the whole thing, but I kind of feel bad for her, what happened, but I don't know. I didn't want to go any further like that. Then, and then there was this anti Anita Bryant campaign that started after the incident, and her popularity waned. And also, the press conference, this happened in October 14, 1977. This happened in Des Moines, Iowa. She kept reporting, "I love homosexuals, but I hate their sin." Okay, fine. Whatever. Anyway, but she continued to appear in the commercials until 1980, and she was dropped. But they continued the commercials without her. And I don't know if someone else took over. I'm not sure. And she continued to appear on TV, but then she just disappeared. She made a small comeback in the 90s, but that didn't last long. And, the funny thing is, Johnny Carson used to make fun of her all the time, and that that didn't help her career at all. He made fun of her. He mocked her and all that. So, and then, she didn't appear much on television like that. So, but in the 1980s, she went to Branson, Missouri, and she entertained. And she didn't have any problems then. Not really. She was fine. She was just singing. And then she just retired in 1996, and she was gone. And she lived her later, her later life, just relaxing like that. So it's just, what a crazy time that was for her. It was really something. But as a kid, when I watched the commercials, that's all I remember for her. She was going places, interviewing people about how great orange juice was and all that. And then when I saw that incident, on the news conference, she got hit with the pie. And, a lot of people sort of still remember that. I talked to my friend at lunch, and I told him I'm going to do Anita Bryant. He goes, "Oh, it sounds familiar." She was a singer, and then she did the Florida orange juice, and she got hit with the pie. He remembers the pie. That's hilarious. That's funny. But my condolences to the family, But her death was announced. She died on December 16th. So she died last month. She had cancer, and she was 84. And she lived in Oklahoma, where she was born. So she was with her family. That's I picked this interesting topic. I can't say blah 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 blah. So I'm glad I did. I feel better now, because this was part of growing up in Chicago, watching those commercials and her. You don't forget about that. Okay, so that's it for this podcast. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about reading off a menu from the Como Inn restaurant that was located at 546 North Milwaukee Avenue in Chicago. And I talked about my memories of watching Anita Bryant. She was a singer, activist in the 1970s. Okay. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are available: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast, iHeartRadio. If you have those apps, tap on them, tap follow. You'll receive notifications. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. Also, it'll be published on my blog, vanchicagoland.blog. Click on the link. I'll take you right there. Also, it'll be on my YouTube channel. Again and again, people ask me, where do I find your podcast? Where do I find your podcast? You can find it on YouTube. Excuse me. Just type in my name or Van Chicagoland Stories. You'll find it. Click on subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. You can listen to the latest episode. You receive a notification. You can listen to previous episodes if you like. Also, be shared on my social media accounts: Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, excuse me, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, and TikTok. Which TikTok might be going away. I don't know when, but I think so. But they created another app called Lemon 8. That's LEMON number 8. And it's created by TikTok. And I just signed up, and I started posting stuff. They don't do videos. They just put posts. Maybe it's coming later. We'll see. Okay. I just remembered Tuesday, I will not do a podcast episode. I will be going chemotherapy, and I won't have time. Saturday, I won't do that either. Probably next Sunday. Because Saturday, I was going to announce it Tuesday, but now I realize I can't because I won't do a podcast. Saturday, I'm going to a convention. You can find out what convention I'm going to on my wall profile. I won't explain. Next Sunday, I will explain everything, what I did over there. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's my first time. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I can't stop laughing about it, but that's how it's going to be. Okay. So this is Pete Costanis, your host for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me on a beautiful Sunday. Well, it's not that beautiful, but it's snowing. So I should stop about lunchtime and maybe go out shovel, maybe. I don't know. And it's going to be cold for the next couple of days, but it's going to warm up. Can't wait. Okay. So everyone have a great day. And here's bye-bye from me. And here's a little traveling music from our favorite person in the whole wide world is Ray Rayner saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.